Hey, what's going on, my friends? Kyle Regal here, and today I'm really excited because today is one of the first days of my new schedule, full-time entrepreneurialism. Love it. Now, what I want to do over the next couple videos that I'm going to shoot is I'm going to give you my experience with Crohn's disease and how I feel that I have cured it. Now, a lot of you may say, oh, you can't cure Crohn's disease. You can't cure any disease. It's an incurable disease. Well, honestly, I call bullshit on that because I'm living walking proof over the last 4 years. Almost 5 years now. My health has just increased since going off medications. And one of the messages I would like for you to offer and for you to take away from this video is that in life overall, you choose, right? You have the choice to, listen to who and what you want to listen to. So I'll go into the story on how my journey through Crohn's disease started, and I'll make this a short video. I'm going to break this up into parts because it's going to take a lot longer to fully explain it, and give the right insight for those of you who are interested in this. So I was like 23 or something, I don't know, like 6 years ago, 7 years ago, and I started having all these pains and these cramps in my stomach. And currently it was in the winter, and I live in Michigan, so I was training for a bodybuilding show, and I was eating very, very healthy, like chicken, broccoli, and potatoes basically was my diet, and egg whites and oatmeal. That was literally it for about 6 months. So I did the bodybuilding show, and that was in April. And then right after, I was like, food bender, oh my God, I'm going to eat everything in the world, right? So I went out and had pizza, milkshakes, like everything that I always wanted. I just went out and hammered down on it and ate it all. So then it was about 2 to 3 weeks later, I started having these cramps like I just talked about. And I was like, what's going on? This is crazy. I thought I was like, my spleen or something was going to explode. I was like, what the hell? Shit. So I was working in excavating at the time. I was, driving truck, operating equipment. It was really fun. I enjoyed that part of my life. And I went and I was backing up to this trailer to hook up, the big trailers on the trucks, and like I backed up, stopped, walk around and like hook it up, plug in the lights, and I just I fell over. I passed out because I was in so much pain. So my boss at the time, he rolled up on the job site and was like, dude, are you okay? I was like, huh? I was coming to. I was like, that's it, Zach. I gotta go to the emergency room. So went to the emergency room. They didn't know what happened. Like $3,000 later of emergency room bills and all of that nonsense. Anyways, that's a whole other story. Then I went and got a colonoscopy, met with a GI specialist, right? And prior to this, I had spent the last 5 years studying nutrition, health, weightlifting, bodybuilding. I was very heavy into that culture. I had read probably at that point hundreds of books on nutrition, lifestyle, and bodybuilding. Okay, so I had a very good solid knowledge of the importance of nutrition, for gains in strength and also just in overall health. Not very much though yet. So the doctor, she sat me down, and I remember she looked me in the eye, and she's like, okay, this is a really serious thing. Puts her hand on my knee, and I'm like, oh shit, how much time do I have? I'm like, what? Just spill it. If I gotta go skydiving and, do a bunch of fun stuff in 3 months, I'm gonna hammer it out. So anyway, she's like, no, you have full-blown Crohn's disease. And I'm like, well, what does that mean? She's like, well, you're gonna have to be on medication for the rest of your life. And here's the kicker. Here is the freaking kicker. She told me that I had to stay away from and watch how many carbohydrates I ate. Okay, so potatoes, sugars, vegetables are carbohydrates, high and low glycemic, right? She told me I had to watch out how many fats I ate. Okay, so there's 2 of the major macronutrients in a diet. And then really stay away from proteins, because she thinks that, they think as a medical community that proteins are the thing that, are the main thing that caused this as far as nutritional base. And I'm like, huh? You just told me that I can't eat the main macronutrients that are available to us. So I was like, I didn't say that, I was just like, okay, I hate taking medication. I'm not going to be on pills for the rest of my life. So I left. I don't know if I told her that, but whatever. So I got the pills. I took them because they did help. Okay, the pills worked. And then I went to my chiropractor. I remember I went directly to my chiropractor after that. And I'm like, Carrie, listen, they just said that and she had been my chiropractor for like, since I was 13, so almost 10, 15 years by that point. And she's like, she was the one person, she's always been a really good influence in my life. And she said, she goes, well, you know, you've got the choice to accept this or not. And I really wasn't very spiritual or, you know, I didn't know a lot about that at that time. But I was like, okay, she's right. I have the choice to believe what I want to believe. So I took her advice, and she just said, well, I believe that you're strong enough that you can overcome this. And if you really want to own the disease, then that's your choice. And I was like, I like that. I love that, you know, whereas then the doctor, nothing against particular doctors, but especially at that time, because they knew very little about autoimmune diseases. So anyways, she told me, or no, Carrie, you know, her advice was just choose what you want to choose to believe. I was like, I love that. I really, really love that. So from that point, that was in 2007, I believe, 2007 or 2008, I weaned myself off of medication through a very long time of like nutritional testing on my own body. Okay, and it was really like 18 months, almost 2 years before I got completely off of the medication. It was in 2010, I believe, the last time that I've taken medication for that. And no more bloody poop, no more pain, eat whatever I want, although now whatever I want to eat is all health food and organic food. The craziest thing that I'll eat now is chicken wings from Outback and steak and broccoli. And really, like, I eat a very solid, straight up paleo diet all the time. And it's great. I don't crave sugar. I definitely don't want milkshakes. I might have ice cream, I don't know, 4 times a year. And it's fine. It's absolutely fine. Like, I can eat literally whatever I want. But again, whatever I want, because I've changed my lifestyle even more. Like I said at the beginning of this video, I'm healthier now than I ever have been. So, moral of phase 1 here, and this is part 1 of this video, and I'm going to get into a couple more scenarios and really, you know, how I adapted my nutritional habits and my lifestyle and how that made an impact on curing Crohn's disease, and share that with you. So this is video 1. Big message here is just choose who you want to listen to, and from there, right, from there, take the appropriate actions to, you know, put towards your life and make what you want to make happen. So I wasn't about to take medications for the rest of my life and get a little poop sack on the side of my stomach. I'm gonna fix this thing with nutrition. And it wasn't fast. It was not like a quick, you know, get rich quick kind of deal. No, it took some time, you know. It definitely took some time. So, but now, 2007 to almost 2014, 7 years later, healthier than ever. So, with that being said, everybody is different. I am not a doctor, as a disclaimer. I am not a certified nutritionist, although I know a lot about nutrition. There's that other disclaimer. And if there's a link below, you can learn more about me. Connect with me on Facebook. And I'll talk to you guys later. This is video 1. Video 2 will be back soon, probably tomorrow. Peace and love. I'm out. Later.